Hey guys, sorry I'm late, but we're live. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody's doing good. So let me get my screen squared away here and make sure that I am muting myself so we don't hear an echo. Anyway, how y'all doing? Thanks for coming by. Glad to see you guys. I'm here. Here I am. Hey Julie, how are you? Hey George. Good to see you guys. We got lucky so far. It rained last night, but I didn't hear it. And the 50-mile-an-hour winds aren't supposed to get here till tonight. So I got lucky. I got a nice little window here to finally stream for a while, you know. So crazy. It's been a crazy winter. I'm ready for winter to be over. Hi, Rock Cat's Life. How are you? Thanks for coming by. Yes, you finally made it. That's awesome. Just hanging out on a Sunday. Gonna just like chat about a bunch of things. And George, 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 am I pronouncing your name right? Is it George or Georg? I don't know if I'm getting it right, but it's good to see you. And I hope you saw my comment. I enjoyed your video. Very cool. Keep up with the radio. Just keep doing it, because the more you do it, the better you'll get at it, and you'll tune your ear. So that's so awesome. Hi, Red. Oh, hey, how are you? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Red Kryptonite. You're a doll. You're a sweetheart. I wish you could stay. Just going to hang out. I haven't streamed in a while, and I've been wanting to, and it's just been so busy. And also, takes me like an hour to get all this set up because I don't have the optimal, workshop area yet. I'm working on it. I keep trying to tell my husband I need a she shed. Those commercials, I need a she shed, but he won't give me a she shed. So hopefully eventually I'll have some, hey there, Eagle Eye. How are you? I'm sorry, I forgot your name. That's terrible. That is terrible. I'm lucky I remember my own name some days though. So, but thanks for coming by. Hi, Maddie boy. What is my opinion on removing the aerial? Oh man, I know some people, they call it detuning it. I can't bring myself to do it. I can't bring myself to do that to the radio. I'm afraid I'm going to mess up the radio if I do that. I don't know. I think it's just a personal preference. I think you could also get like a Faraday bag or something to put it in and not dismantle the insides of the radio. That might be something to do, and those are pretty cheap. So I would give that a chance before I would actually dismantle my radio. But it's personal preference. Some people are doing it and they really like it. They're having great success with it. I just I only have the one SP7. I don't plan on buying another, so can't bring myself to do it. So anyway, German without the E. So is it Georg then? Or is it still George? Either way, it's really good to see you. You guys can hear me okay? Because I have my little microphone here, and I'm always working on everything, trying to get it squared away. And also this microphone has like a little knob on it, and I don't know what that does. So, always learning. I'm always learning about this stuff. Oh, good, Julie. Thanks. I'm not an electronics expert. Anyway, I wanted to point out my hoodie that I'm wearing because my husband got it for me for Christmas. You guys see it? And he kept asking me, wake up. Anyway, he bought it for me for Christmas. And I'm finally wearing it. So, honey, when you watch this, because I know you do watch it later, there it is. I'm styling. Yeah, you found it on Facebook. I guess there's a marketplace where you can buy stuff on Facebook. That's where my drone came from. My drone that I'm still afraid to use. So if there's anybody out there that uses drones, I would really, I guess this first part of the stream is going to be about tech that I don't know how to use. Okay, so hang on a second. Here we go. Well, first of all, this is my daughter got me this. Isn't this cute? Wait a minute. Ooh, so cute, isn't it? Little ghost. But the other thing is, I might have shown you guys this already. I don't know. George. It's okay. Good to see you in chat. Hi, Fox87. How are you? Thanks for coming by. So anyway, this is my, look, I haven't even taken it out of the box, you guys. Oh, it's got a frog in my throat. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. See these little, it's got little tellers here in the controller. I charged it. I charged the battery. I'm just so afraid. I'm afraid to use it. I guess I have to get over that fear and just get out there on the next nice day. I am going to get out there and I am going to try to use this drone and I'm going to film it. So that should be like under my non-paranormal comedy videos. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that because yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah, it's an inexpensive one. It's just a starter. And it has a camera on it. Fox, I'm from New York. I'm just north of the city, New York City. Yeah, I'm going to get out there and I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to make my daughter film me and Lord knows what the results are going to be. But yeah, so as soon as it's nice out right now, it's all foggy outside because the weather doesn't know what it wants to do. And it knows that tonight it wants to give us 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts. But other than that, it doesn't know what it wants to do. George. All right, George. So I'm going to give that a shot really soon because, you know, we're hoping for spring and the groundhog didn't see a shadow. And if you hear any drilling noises, that's my husband downstairs. He's working on his cars always. And he didn't see a shadow. So we're supposed to have spring. Hi, Leah. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Hey, Sean. The Big Apple. Is that where the Ghostbusters are from? Yes, the Ghostbusters are from New York City. And actually, one of these days, I'm going to go down to the city and I'm going to do a little video in front of that building because that building does exist. It doesn't quite look like that, but the building that they supposedly were in the old movie, and the reason they could reprise it in the new movie is it's a real building. So I'll go down there and I'll get some shots of that. That's pretty cool. Just waiting for the weather to break because when you're in the city, the side streets are wind tunnels. So, you know, you can walk along the avenue and then you hit a street and, you know, whoosh, and it's kind of miserable. So, but I love New York City. Love New York City. You ever get the chance, go to New York City. Everything you could ever want is in New York City. I love that city. And I always have. Used to live in it and I live outside of it now. But yeah, man, just get to the city if you can. Everything, I always tell people, everything you could ever want is in the city. And my husband's a country boy, so he doesn't love the city because he says there's too many people and there's so much stuff and blah, 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 and everything is so close. I said the life of the city, for the most part, is indoors. There's the Central Park's gorgeous. Bryant Park, the parks, you can hang out in the parks. They are awesome. But everything you've ever wanted to experience is somewhere inside in New York City. So, gotta go. Oh, Eagle Eye. I saw that Julie's video where her ghost box got hidden. I hate when that happens, when things disappear and then just reappear. It's so annoying. I always just say gremlins, 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 because it drives me crazy. But it happens. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. Hi, country girl. Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate all you guys stopping by, just hanging out on a Sunday. I was like going through all my radios. Like I had the SB7, right? And I had this one out, which keeps setting off an alarm that I can't seem to shut off. So I keep finding it beeping and killing my battery. I got the big one, got the big boy here. And I've got the 587 as well. But because of the weather, because of the fog or whatever's going on outside, the reception is monstrously awful today. It's crazy. I don't know. It's, I mean, we know the AM works differently than FM, and AM is, ooh, hang on one second. I hear something outside the window. Oh, wow. Giant red cardinal right below my window. My mother has all her bird feeders and all manner of creature land back there, and it was just making the loudest noise, like going or something like that. I can't imitate birds, making a lot of noises. I have the window open, so yeah, pretty cool. So what else is everybody doing today? What are you guys up to on this Sunday afternoon? Let's see, it's 2:18 here. So hi, Mike. Thanks for coming in. So Julie, what is it? 3 hours earlier for you? 1:12. Oh, so it's still morning for you. 11:18. Still morning for you. Just our afternoon here, hanging out, cleaning. Oh, yeah. Hi, Jackie. Thanks for coming in. Last night we had a little issue with turning on a night light. Took a couple of tries, then a flag that is right above it moved on its own. Oh, you mean the night light turned itself on, or you couldn't turn it on? Jackie, where are you? Are you in the UK? It's always so interesting, all the different the time zones people are in. 1:19 p.m. Oh, you're an hour earlier than I am. Okay, so you're on Central Time. I'm on Eastern Time. 7:19 p.m. Okay, so 5 hours, right? 5 hours ahead. Yeah, let me see if he's still there. Maybe I can show you guys. I don't know if I can show you with the camera. Where'd he go? Oh, he's gone. Okay, if he comes back, I'll bring the camera over and show you guys. I try not to. I found that if I put the window shade up and let all the natural light in, the recording goes blurry. It's really weird. I like the natural light is not meshing well with the interior light. I don't know. I'm still learning all this stuff. And then when we finally get my daughter and I are planning to get a room in the house set up for us to film, because she does some stuff too. And we're going to have the whole, the backdrop and the umbrella lights and everything. And then I'll get to learn that. I'm always learning, it's never too late to learn. And then maybe I'll get it figured out better. But right now I have my, the bird was beautiful. I mean, so bright red. What is it? Is it the males that are red and the females are brown? I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, we're going to set up a workshop, and we're going to have a filming area in it. And then maybe I'll get everything squared away. Right now, my workshop is actually, this is my laundry room, believe it or not. And, my laptop's on top of my washing machine. So it's just kind of, you got to make do with what you got. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to have a halfway decent place to stream, and sometimes I film in here, but over by the workbench is what it is. Yeah. The male birds are always prettier. Isn't that funny? I mean, she gets all kinds of birds here. I keep telling her I want to set up a webcam, and I have to figure out how to do that, because it's amazing. I mean, she's had hawks land back here, of course, to try to eat the little birds, which is, she goes out and shoots away these giant hawk. But all manner of bird, and they're so cool. In fact, I did one video, because in the warmer months we get the turkey families that march through here, the mommy and the daddy and like 9 babies, and we watch them grow, and they eat all the bird seed. And the squirrels come and eat all the bird seed. The deer come and eat all the bird seed. We go through a lot of bird seed. Feeding the whole nation. But it's winter now, so you don't feed them as much, But yeah, hi Vegas, Ghost Girls. You're still learning. Yeah, and I'm always learning. And actually right now I'm saving up for a new camera for filming. because my camera can't take an external microphone. And I actually want to do something else with it, another type of channel on YouTube, and I need that. So we're working on putting some money together to try to get what is it called? It's a Panasonic G7, I think we're looking at, because the other one I wanted was like $2,000, and no, I can't do that right now. So just trying to save up to get a new camera. But this camera I have on here, this Logitech webcam, is great because the camera on the laptop is just just not good, So, and then I have this. I have it's funny, you have the laptop, right? And it has a microphone, and it has a speaker, and it has a camera, and you have to use all this external stuff, a little external mic. You got to, because the stuff on the laptop isn't good enough. What are you gonna do? So what? Something else. It's an interesting hobby that it's become. It's become more than just ghost boxes, which I love. That's the coolest part, is all the radios. But it's become microphones and cameras and lighting and trying to set up a shot, which takes the longest. If anybody who's done a video knows that setting up your shot is really, really hard, Oh, REM pod. Yeah. You're going to get one? You're going to get a REM pod? I have looked at how to make my own REM pod. Some people make, pseudo REM pods, these other things that work like REM pods, because the REM pod itself is like $180. So I've thought about it, but just this other stuff I want first, but that's cool. That's cool. Sean, imagine if we had pterodactyls, how frightening that would be. It would be so bad. And people would be out there with their iPhones, taking pictures of them. Look, here's my friend being carried away by a pterodactyl. 1 million views. Woo! That would be bad. But you'd see it. You'd see it. You would totally see it, So. Yeah, there's one there. Julie, I saw there's something like a REM pod on. Is it white? Is it that white thing that they make, and it's like a REM pod? It does the same thing, because you can make your own REM pod if you have the patience. And there's a parts list somewhere, and it's just these little lights and contacts and batteries and you can build one. I just I don't want. Actually, I have something like a REM pod. Hang on one second. I'll show you if I can get into my messy closet here. Oh, this place is such a mess. Oh, nope, that's not it. Here it is. And I'm gonna knock everything over, getting this at. Oh, okay, but I got it. I don't know if any of them work, but all right, I'm back. I was gone, but I'm back. Okay, so my husband bought me these last Christmas. He bought me a whole bunch of ghost hunting equipment. It was really, really cool. Oh, you're going to be in New York? That's awesome. I'm just north of the city. Are you going to be in the city, Vegas Ghost Girl? Let me know. Let me know. That's totally cool. Okay, so these are, and I imagine these are like REM pods. Anyway, this is a little bitty box. See? You guys can see it. It's got a little light on it. And thanks. My husband found this on Facebook. He found the drone on Facebook too. I ordered something on Facebook. It never came. I had to cancel the charge. Anyway, so this, it takes a radio. We used to call them radio batteries, a 9-volt battery. Let me see if I put a battery in any of them. But I have like 2 or 3, 6 of them. So I guess you can put them like around a doorway if you're doing an investigation, and then see if they go off. Dr. Ray and I tried to use them in Gettysburg, but nothing happened. I have to go get a battery. But anyway, that's how they work. These are 6 little guys. I don't remember where he got them. Some ghost equipment site. You just put a 9-volter in there, and then you just set them. And see, they have their little antenna. See that? Beep, beep, beep. That's going to go off if, I don't know, EMF, I guess. It's like EMF. I mean, I'll have to try them my next time. Next time I do a location investigation, I'm going to take those with me and we'll see how they work. I keep looking at cameras on Wish, but I'm clueless as to what to upgrade to from my camcorder. What kind of camcorder do you have? Is it an older camcorder? A lot of times the newer DSLRs are better quality than a camcorder, and even especially an older camcorder. Now that being said, I have an hang on. I should have gotten all this stuff out before I started streaming, but you know, you can think of just so many things. And then you can't think of them all. But here we go. I have this. Again, my husband bought this one. He bought me a whole bunch of ghost stuff last Christmas. It was really, really sweet of him. He's a doll. So basically, this is a camcorder, right? Right, and this comes off easily because they've altered it, and it's an IR camera, so it can be an IR camera or a regular camera, but it's just, you know, you open it up and comes on all by itself, and then you hit this. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you see the screen? Okay, so let's say you can see me. Hello. Okay, so then if we hit, let me see. I have to turn around, hit the IR button. So let's see if we can see it. Let's see. Come on, baby, focus. Okay, so I'm going to hit IR. Well, there's too much light. And it becomes an IR cam. Yeah, it's all black. It looks all black and white now when I'm looking at it. Okay, but you can't see it. But I've done some filming with this. I filmed at the Sorrel Weed House in Savannah, Georgia with this. And this is basically, I don't think it's a newer video cam. And then they have changed it so that it can be IR. How they've done that, I don't know. But my husband bought it for me. I'm trying to see the name. It was some paranormal group that sells these. And I get great video from it. You know, great video, night vision video, you know. So I guess it really just depends on you try something. What happened with me is I bought a couple of older video cameras. I got them like at garage sales or whatever online, and I tried to take some video, and the quality is not there because they just didn't have the resolution at that time. So I bought this old camera, and I don't know if I'm just going to try to resell it to somebody. Maybe somebody else can do something with it, or will enjoy the vintage, you know, value of it or something. But yeah, so skin work. Vegas. I'm in New Jersey, but would go to the city. Ooh, where's my mouse to meet up with you? I'm just reading the chat, you guys, real quick. I'm sorry. I'm talking a lot, and I Wish. I don't know, what is Wish. Is Wish a website? I'm not familiar with Wish. Oh, that's cool, Rock Cat's Life. That's awesome. You should definitely do that. Hi, Citizen Z. How are you? Hi, Gas Mask. Thanks for coming in, you guys. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Wish. So it's wish.com. I'll have to check it out. I'm not familiar with it. Wish or hit or miss. That's interesting. That's actually very interesting. Let me close this little guy here. Yeah, so the new camera that I'm trying to save up for is another DSLR. Basically, hang on. I'm getting all over the place today. What? All right, this is my camera right now. This is my camera that I do my videos on. Right? It's a Nikon Coolpix P600. It's my second one because I broke the screen on the first one because I put it away and I didn't turn. You have to turn these things when you close it. You've got to make sure this is not facing out, and I didn't. Put it in the box, Cracola. It's $135 to mail it back to Nikon. So I have a broken one that I was trying to sell to see if anybody else wanted to like buy it and just send it to Nikon for $135. You can get the screen fixed, and I couldn't get any takers, so it's just sitting here. But anyway, I had to replace it, and it does fairly well. The the one thing I don't like about it is the sound. The I don't know what it is, and I've tried in settings to fix it. But what it does is when it's recording, like when you're recording a video and it's recording sound, if I stop talking, you hear a dropout. Whereas, we want to always be recording. So yeah, when I pick up EVPs with it, it records them. But I don't like the feel of that dropout in between. So I'm hoping when I get a new camera and I can use an external microphone and there'll be settings for that microphone that won't happen. So that's the one thing. That's the second thing I don't like. But the first thing is that it doesn't have a hot shoe. It doesn't have any kind of contact for an external microphone. And that can be problematic if you want to have the camera here and you're back here, but you want a boom mic or something. You can't do it with that camera. So that's why I want a new camera. So that's what I'm working on. Hi, Sisterhood. How are you? Sisters Wood. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Thanks for coming in. Let's see what you got here. Oh, I did see that. I saw that. It's sort of like a Paracon or something. I have to look at that again. I would really actually like to go to a Paracon. So I have to look into that more. I would really enjoy doing that. I want to do that sometime soon. I've never gone to one. I know they have them in Pennsylvania too. I have them all over. Let's see. I guess you get it. Oh, no. Who are we talking? What did I miss here? Jackie, what is it your daughter got that didn't work out? Was it a camera? Yeah, I'm really careful about, I've done a bunch of research about the camera I want to get, but I may actually go to a live person for recommendation before I buy it and buy it from somebody instead of, hi, Huntress, how are you? You like my New York accent? It's funny, I don't feel like I have an accent. I get people telling me that. There are worse, there are more pronounced New York accents. Is a plane going overhead? But thank you. You're very sweet. Ghost stop. That sounds familiar. Maybe that's where my husband got the little EMF boxes. Yeah, it's somebody you can buy. You know what I think is cool? Paranormal Voice Jane. She's got that Poltercom. That's so cool. It's just cool looking. I think it's really a cool looking thing. It's just the outside. The inside is basically, the same stuff that we all use and everything. I love how it looks. It's very cool. So, and they're great. Jane's wonderful. Paranormal. Boo. I can't speak today. It's Sunday. Ghost Stop. Yes, Ghost Stop. I've gone to their website. I've definitely gone to their website. I bought a lot of my stuff on eBay. So, but the thing is, if you're not paying too much for it and you take a shot, it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? Like when I first bought my first 587, I got for $10 off of Amazon. Believe it or not, it's unbelievable. But I took a shot. There was like a picture this big of it in the Amazon marketplace. And I was like, well, because I had already ruined one. I'd already ruined a 1200 587, which they said you could hack. And I tried to solder and wires and all that, and I wrecked it. I thought, if it's the wrong one, who cares? It's $10. I'm gonna go big or go home. So I bought it, and it was the right radio. And then the next one I bought, I paid $60 for, but I felt like I still got a good deal. So, anyway, there is one on eBay right now, you guys. So check it out. It's on an auction, so who knows what it'll go up to. I do. I have a Facebook page. It's Purgatory Paranormal of New York. Evidently, there used to be an older group with a similar name, but I am Purgatory Paranormal of New York. And when I'm done, I will put it in the comments. Or if you go to my About page, the link is there. down with the links for the Facebook page. I also have a Twitter and an Instagram. So yeah, hit me up there. That'd be great. Yeah, I got really lucky, Jackie. I mean, just and that was 2 years ago. Just very, very fortunate. But the radio I bought the most of is these. This 2125. This is my bling version. Yeah, that's a lot of bling, right? This is my bling version, and I love these radios. Yeah, there's one on eBay. It started at 19.99, and I looked at the back of it. They're saying it's a 12,00587, but if you look at the back of it, it's a 12,587. I don't know what it's going to go up to, but keep an eye on it, guys, if you want a 12,587. But these radios I love. This is the Radio Shack 2125, 20-125. I've bought 7 of these. I've, sent one to my brother, sent a couple to friends, gave one to Dr. Ray, and I have 2. I really, and we had a giveaway when we were in Gettysburg last year, and the winner was here in chat before. Don't know if he's still here. But yeah, so Ray and I are going back to Gettysburg this year, God willing. We are planning to go back, so really looking forward to that. But ghost hunters, much like UFO, only really want light contact. As a full-blown contact is nothing to toy with. I know this firsthand. Yeah, gas mask. I've had experiences since I was 5 years old, and in my 20s they were very negative, very negative. And I learned, I was taught how to control it and take charge over it. And now there's nothing negative anymore. But yeah, it can be, and you have to be very careful, So, and it's funny, when you say that, it's true, because a lot of people who call themselves ghost hunters, I don't understand. And I was just having this conversation with someone the other day. It's like, I don't understand. They ask for this contact. They ask for this contact. They ask for this contact. And then when they get it, they scream like banshees, and they run around and run into walls and cry, and they're afraid. And that I don't understand, unless it's for show. I mean, that's for show then, and that's entertainment. I don't have that kind of fear anymore, and I walk through my life knowing that they're there, that they're always there. So I'm not, and I'm not going like demon, demon, demon. I don't do that, because number one, the instance of coming in contact with a demon is very, very, they're very, very few and far between, and I'm not conjuring anything. And other than that, the spirits are around us always. They're there. People say, oh my gosh, can they see me when I, take a shower? Well, sure. I mean, they can do whatever they want. So you have to not worry about it, and just, protect yourself and stay positive, and take measures to keep positivity around you. So, yeah. Shop on Wish, and it's okay. So I'll have to check out this Wish, but I'm not familiar with it. External mic from Wish, and it's very professional. Okay. Well, that's it. When we finally get our new setup, it's going to be a question of what microphones. I see back here, I've got the Yeti. I think it's the Yeti Blue. I think that's what that is. But I tried that, and it didn't work well with this setup. So waiting to see, when I eventually have the camera with the external microphones, maybe it'll be better. I've seen people that love the Blue Yeti, and I've seen people that use the Rhodes, and then I've seen people that hate the Rhodes. So I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. Yes, come to Gettysburg, man. We were trying to get a group together so that we could rent this big old haunted farmhouse that you can rent out. So if you have an interest in it, a true interest in it for next July, send me a message, send me a message on my Facebook, and let me know. And if you're serious about it, we can talk about it. And we'd love to have more paranormal peeps come with us. It would be awesome. It is a totally awesome place. It is so well preserved. It's amazing what they've done there and how much they care about it and how much heart the people that live there and care about Gettysburg have put into it. It's just amazing. And then the sites, the history. I mean, when you stand on a piece of ground and you read and you see what happened where you're standing. Years ago, I went to Europe with my dad, and we went to Leningrad before, and this was before the Iron Curtain fell, because I'm old enough, and I went there, and it was before a few years before the Iron Curtain came down, so it was a little bit scary. But when we went to the square, we busted. They took the bus. We got out of the bus, the big statue, and I don't know if it's Petersburg Square or Red Square, whatever they call it. I can't even remember right now. That's terrible. We stood there, and the guide said 50,000 people died in this square, ran red with their blood. It was chilling to me. The feeling I got, it was just chilling. So when you stand somewhere and you know what humans have gone through at that place, you know, it moves most people. It does move you. It's very moving, So you have no car to go out to investigate places. You don't drive, Eagle Eye. I'm lucky. I have in my town, and here in New England, we're at the very bottom of New England. We're really not actually New England. We're just kind of on the border of New England. But so much went on here, and just like 10 houses down is one little cemetery right in the front of somebody's yard that I have visited, and they're just dotted around, and everybody's right next to their yards, and the people that have them on their property don't have to take care of them. They're owned by the town, so they don't actually own that piece. But my kids are going out and they're very loud. So they're very cool, and I can walk to some of them. And they're very old. And I wish that the town would take better care of them. And I was actually had spoken to the local town historian, and I was willing to be on a group that would do that, but I never heard back from her, so I don't know. Bad reviews from people not getting their things as well as fake items. Oh, that's not good. Well, where is Wish? Like, does anybody know where the things come from when you buy something on Wish? Where does it originate from? So that's another thing you have to look at. I do drive one truck. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, once you get that car, you'll be able to go out and find places. Yeah, I think a lot of communities have so many cemeteries. It sounds so odd, but Vegas girls. I was in Vegas over Halloween. We were there for the SEMA show. Oh, China. So see, I hate to say it, because we do all this. We do a lot of business with China, from our country, but you just have to be careful, and there's not a lot of recourse you have. If they're willing to give you a refund if you've had an issue and that happens quickly, that's awesome. That's awesome. They want to keep the money flowing back and forth. I know that's what goes on with China. So that's cool. That's the important thing. But visited a museum in Albany, touched a fence that was from a concentration camp. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I went to the Holocaust Museum in Washington, D.C. about, oh my goodness, it's probably 12 or 13 years ago now. And it was rough. It's very well done. It's a fitting tribute, but it is a difficult place to walk through. If you are a sensitive, if you're an empath, I don't know how you're going to even do it. That I am not an empath. So, but it was tough. I was crying. It was really tough. I mean, same thing when I went to if you come to New York, Vegas, girls, you should go to the 9/11 if you can tolerate it. Go. It's beautifully done. The 9/11 museum. They did a very nice job. and but that was rough. And it was rough for me for a couple of reasons because I lost a family member on 9/11. My cousin was a firefighter and lost him in the North Tower. So I went in as a family member, and it was well done, but hard, really hard to see all of it. It's funny. It's been how many years now? 17 plus years, but it was hard. It was hard. Yeah. But go there. Go there. If you come to New York and you can, go there. Because it's important that we don't forget, you know. Yeah, yeah. It's moving, and rightfully so. It was a terrible thing. It's still a terrible thing. We're still losing people. Anyway, I don't want to get all maudlin. I just it's a wonderful place to go. And let's see, my friends came in from the Midwest 2 years ago, and I took them there. And then we took the boat and we went out to Ellis Island. We did not stop at the Statue of Liberty, but you can, if you take the boat, you can stop at the Statue of Liberty, and then you can go to Ellis Island, and then you come back. You can't do it the other way, though. You have to if you want to see. Thank you. Thank you, Julie. It's one of those like the same thing happened to me when I went to Pearl Harbor. I went to Pearl Harbor with my mother. And when you stand on that Arizona and you look down and there is the ship and the story, it gets you. It gets you, and it should. It's it's just like one of the only ways that most of us can pay tribute. Obviously, my family pays tribute in a different way, but for somebody who didn't lose somebody, but who is still an American and it still cares about other human beings, it's very moving and it gets you, but it's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel it. Just let it flow through you because you're paying them homage, with your feelings. So if you come to New York, take the boat tour, go out to the Statue of Liberty. That's very cool. Then go out to Ellis Island. Ellis Island, of course, was important to me because my grandfather came in through there and his name is there. And then we came back and we went back up to Times Square. We hung around Times Square. It's very cool. It's kind of like Disneyland anymore. A lot of cool stuff there. There's the M&M store. You can go to Times Square and get M&Ms with your initials on them if you want. And get every flavor of M&Ms that exists under the sun. You can go to the Hershey store, the Nestle store. Why am I talking about just candy? What is the matter with me? There's the Wax Museum. It's okay. It's just wax people. There's a lot of cool stuff. There's a Hard Rock Cafe. Of course, I am a big fan of the Hard Rock Cafe. Really, really good nachos. You want to go see the wall. The wall at the 9/11 museum. It's very cool. Let's see what else and then I took them to a restaurant that I won't recommend because it was pouring rain that day and we were like drowned rats. And I took them to this restaurant owned by this very well-known TV Iron Chef dude, and they treated us terribly. So I won't recommend that restaurant ever. And then we went to a show, go to a Broadway show. God, we saw Kinky Boots. You guys, what a great show. Musical, crazy. Hi, Sandy. Thanks for coming by. Good to see you. So nice to see you. Yeah, definitely go to a show. You can go to the TKTS booth in Times Square and get 50% off tickets. So like 2 for 1. Pick a show, go see a musical, go see a comedy. Or if Les Miserables is playing, go see Les Miserables because I've seen Les Miserables. I can't tell you how many times when it's played on Broadway. Best show ever is Les Mis. So those are some things you can do. You can go to the East Village. You can go to Koreatown, which is basically 34th Street. It's Koreatown but you can go to the Choreo bookstore. We really like that one. You can get some really good food, Korean barbecue. Oh, the city, there's just so much to do. If you're gonna come to the city, let me know. Hit me up because I will definitely give you some recommendations. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, there's just so much. I love the city. I could live in the city. My husband couldn't, but I could live in the city anytime. Got a nice little apartment, had a cat. It'd be perfect. Be so much less to clean. So, but yeah. The Wall of the Fallen Service. Not sure of the name. I can be in Times Square in on the train in 1 hour. So, I can drive in less than that. Um, but the train, because it stops on the way, an hour. So, it's about as close as I want to be. It's perfect. I have the best of both worlds, really. And I love the city. But I grew up, I'm actually from the Bronx originally. Yay, Bronx. And so at heart, I'm a city girl. At heart, I'm a city girl. So, I love the city. Cool stuff. Museum of Natural History, my favorite museum. It's very old. It's been there a long time. It's huge, cavernous, huge. But I mean, there's a giant whale in the hanging from the ceiling in the very bottom floor that is amazing. If he's still there. I grew up. I could have drawn you a schematic of that museum when I was a little girl because I spent so much time there. I think Scotland and America are very different. I do. I would love to go to Scotland. I would love to. That country looks to be so beautiful, so beautiful. And I don't know that I'd be able to understand a lot of the people there unless they spoke to me very slowly, because you guys have, wow, some of your accents are amazing, amazing. I love to listen to it. I don't understand what you're saying, but I still love to listen. But I would love to go to Scotland. That's got to be a beautiful place. Yeah, you're a country girl. Julie, you're a country girl too? You live in the country, and it's funny when we think about California here in New York, a lot of people don't realize that there's wine country and there's country. It's not just LA, but all we think of is we think of LA. So we think everybody from California is from LA. I know that's not true. I know that's not true. So you got city people, you got country people. Yeah, Scotland would be totally, totally awesome. I would love to go. And Ireland, we want to go to Ireland, but my husband is of Irish descent. So one day, one day we'll do that, someday. Like I said, I've been to Finland and I've been to Leningrad. Now St. Petersburg again. But that was quite a trip. And crazy memories from that. Great memories from Finland. Love Finland, but it's a long time ago now. So, but that's where my family is from. Anyway, what other stuff I had here I can talk about with you guys? Oh my God, I have become like the radio collector now. Everybody that has old radios, they're like, "Hey, we have a radio for you. Look at this one. It's not digital, right? It's a manual. I have to use it manually. It's an old weather radio. Emerson. It's an old Emerson radio. I don't know what I thought I was going to do with this. Pretty cool, right? Crazy. I find all kinds of stuff now. Everywhere I go, I just look for old radios. We should all go to Scotland. Let's all go to Scotland. I would love to go. Scotland and Ireland. How great a trip would that be? We could see Kirsty too. Yeah, you've been to both those places, citizen? Loftus Hall. What is Loftus Hall? Oh, I'd like to go. I'd like to go to Ireland. Someday. Someday. We're not huge, you know, travelers. My husband's never been to Europe. So one day. Maybe when we retire. Which probably won't be too far away. So let's go. Let's go. I want to go. The devil was there. The devil was there, huh? So what did you do when you were there? What was it like, citizen? Oh man, that's great. No, we'll go together one day, Julie. I'll meet you there. That would be so awesome. That would be really, really cool. You have a lot of castles, right? A lot of old castles. I mean, the history that you guys have is our country is just a baby, compared to the history that you guys have there. That's awesome. It's an awesome idea. I would like to go. So what else is new, guys? Yeah, a lot of old castles. Oh man, that'd be so cool. They have in Ireland too, right? I mean, England, Ireland, Scotland, you've all got a very similar Celtic heritage. So uh, we always joke about my husband's Celtic roots, and we laugh that we have similar roots with the Vikings because I have the Nordic roots and he has the Celtic, and we're thinking, they had a lot in common. So we often wonder. It wasn't really that scary as people say. I didn't even get any voice on. No, okay. Yeah, the old castles. Man, that'd be so awesome. That would be cool. I mean, there when we say old, we don't even know old in this country. We're just babies. We're just babies here. Scottish and Irish. Oh my goodness. Cherokee and Narragansett? That's interesting. I get the because you're out west, aren't you? Are you in Michigan, Eagle Eye? I thought maybe you were in Michigan. The Narragansett, weren't they over here? I mean, that's really cool. Yeah, you can feel it. Yeah. If you have any kind of sensitivity too, I imagine that there's a lot of um we're babies. Well, you know what? It's interesting. There is a fort. And of course, our history is much younger than yours, but there's a fort in upstate New York. You go to Lake George, and then I think you go further north, and it's I think it's Ticonderoga, if I'm guessing. There's two forts up there. There's Fort William Henry, and there's Fort Ticonderoga. I think Ticonderoga is the one that's where the rivers meet, and it was actually destroyed, and they rebuilt it. Um, but I went there, and it was really something. It was really something. It was when you look out from the top of the fort to where I think it's Lake Champlain and the Hudson River meet there. I'm not quite sure. And you know that the ships came from the different directions, the battles that went on, and right outside the fort where there were hundreds of men encamped, and you think about what happened here, and you're there on a beautiful summer day, and it's quiet and it's docile, and the wind is just blowing the grass around a little bit, and you think, my gosh, the paradox, of what you see in your head, what you're imagining, what they were going through, because they were there. Imagine in a tent in the winter, right there on the river, not even inside with the warmth that anything in the fort might have offered, which wasn't a lot, by the way, because there was no central heat. Um, and yet they were expected to fight and be ready to fight, and they fought, and it's just amazing, and you can feel it, and you can feel it. You really can. Um, I think that if you close your eyes when you're there, you can hear it. It was very similar in Gettysburg. Dr. Ray and I were on those battlefields, and you can imagine it, and people are walking by eating ice cream cones and laughing and everything. But if you're there as the crowd starts to dissipate, and you're just listening to the wind, you can almost hear them on the wind, and what they went through, and why they did it, or what they believed, and or what they were convinced of. It's an amazing gift, to be able to experience history that way. Yeah, just really, I'm looking forward to going back. Underground tunnels, yeah. Oh, well, where do they have those? Right, Italy. right? All those bones. Is that in Italy? The catacombs. We have catacombs here in New York too. I don't know if you're allowed to go out down into them. Citizens into Bow. Greenfriars Kirk. That sounds interesting. Had something run out in front of you, citizen? That's interesting. Wow. Yeah, it's just yeah, oh France, catacombs and where is that where the catacombs are where all the bones are piled up? Is it France? I can't remember. I know I've seen documentaries about it, and I couldn't remember if it was France or Italy. But that would be that would be interesting, you know. If you have any kind of sensitivity, it would be yeah, Italy too. Yeah. It would be I would like to go to the Vatican City, that would be very cool. There's got to be a lot of history there. I mean, there's just so much history, and yeah, I mean, France, with every country, really, everybody's got history and just the different history. You had the French Revolution and you had, you know, World War II and just everything everywhere. That it's just all so interesting to me, you know. Yeah, you just have to be able to get there. And then even in this country, we have our share of history here. In fact, I'm hoping, and I know this isn't historical, but it's just an old story everybody's familiar with, is I'm hoping to go to the Lizzie Borden house this summer too, which I think will be interesting. That'd be interesting. There's a couple of people talking about going there, and I figured it's just a few hours drive from my house, so I could meet them. But that would be cool, But definitely planning to get back to Gettysburg. Um, we're already talking about that trip in July, so looking forward to that because there's a lot more for us to do there. A lot more for us to do. A lot more exploring. A lot more haunted places, and yeah. So hopefully we get that together. You know. Rock Cats, you're gonna come to Lizzie Borden? You there's a group of people that are talking about going. I think hopefully they're still planning to do it, you know, because it would be fun to go and meet some other YouTubers, some paranormal YouTubers. That would be so cool. It's nice when people collab. Yeah, it would be. I've obviously heard about it all my life, and then there's that that great folk song. If you haven't ever heard it, look it up about it. Who sang that? I can't remember. Wait, let me look it up. I tell you, it's a really cute song. I have it on my iTunes. I have a lot of crazy stuff on my iTunes. I have all kinds of stuff on my iTunes, guys. All genre of music I listen to. You'd be surprised. But let me look up that folk song. It's a really cute song. Where is Madison Seminary, Sandy? Where are you at, Sandy, in the world? Come on, phone. Hello, wake up. Why are you being like this? I'm sitting right next to the node. Hmm. Smash the like people. I know. I don't know what that's all about. I guess I'm not that good an entertainer. I think that they're um, better entertainers than I am. But yeah, it'd be awesome. I mean, I love all of this stuff, and I'm truly interested in the places that I go to. Um, and I don't know why I can't get on here, but I want to tell you who that the folk song is because you guys have to like just Google it. It's an oldie, but it's really cute. Oh, Cincinnati. Oh, okay. That's cool. That's very cool. Now, is that that's a closed down, I guess it's a closed down seminary. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. You gonna make a video? Are you gonna make video, Sandy, when you go? Because I'd love to see it. All right, phone. I'm sitting right next to a node. I don't understand these Wi-Fi systems. Honestly. Come on. Here we go. Folk song. I know that you guys are going to recognize the name of this. Well, a lot of you will. Uh, us older folks will. Do 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 do. Ah, I didn't realize it was them. Okay. I didn't realize it was I thought it was somebody else. It says here it was the Chad Mitchell Trio in 1962, but I didn't think it was them. I'll have to look on my iTunes. Anyway, it's just look up folk song Lizzie Borden. It's very cute. It's a very cute song. It's better than the one we all know. And I'm not going to sing it. Thank you, Sandy. It's about them saying, "Look at me." Oh, I know. Well, Madhouse, they're going to show a movie and take 20 people. Very cool. That is awesome. Wow, that is really cool. I'm jealous. That's awesome. Yeah, no, I don't know, Jackie. I don't know. I mean I guess there's a lot to getting a big following and I don't know. I'm not there. I I I there was a few years ago I was picked to possibly be on a new game show that was going to be on TV and it was called it was like the million second quiz or something like that. Anyway, I went down to New York City and we went through this whole screening process, yada, yada, yada. And then, they ended up, choosing people. And then we were taken to um, this holding room where we were all sitting around the tables and the cameramen were there and they were looking around and going to everybody. And then they would come in and they would pull names to see who got to go get picked for the show to go onto the lot. And when the people's names would get picked, the camera guys would run over to them and they'd be like, "Oh my God, oh my God, I can't wait." And I was sitting with this guy who was a bartender and he's like, "If they pick me, I can't do that." I'm like, "Dude, neither can I. I can't act like that." He's like, they're so weird. Why are they acting like that? I'm like, I don't know, and the producers were trying to pump everybody up, like, get crazy, get crazy, get crazy, and I was like, oh man, I'm at this point hoping they don't call my name because I can't do that. I can't do that. So, what happens? They come in, of course they call my name. Cameras come running at me, and I'm like, oh, yay. And the bartender I'm sitting with is like, I can't do it. I'm like, that's great. I'm really excited. And they're like, okay, let's go. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So then we're on the lot and they take everything away from you. They take your phone, they take your iPad. We had nothing. We couldn't contact the outside world. And every now and then they pulled you out into this room and they put you in front of the camera and they're like, all right, we're going to ask you some questions now. Be animated. Tell us a story. Tell us who you are. Tell us about your life. And I was like, okay. And they asked me questions. I'm like, well, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, okay, but get excited. And what pisses you off? And they're trying to do all this B-roll stuff, so that if you get picked and you're on the show, they have all this B-roll, I guess. I'm like, oh man, why am I here? And at this point, it was like 2:30 in the morning, and I'm down in the I was all the way downtown in New York City. Now, just so you know, Grand Central Station closes at 2:30 in the morning and reopens at 5:30 in the morning. Okay, so it's at 2:30-ish in the morning. They come in. It's my turn to go compete because they were doing all this stuff behind the scenes, and they had this big glass thing set up in Times Square that if you made it, you were going to live in there and you could have lived in there for like a week. I'm like, oh boy. Okay. So, well, what they didn't tell people was that everything was going wrong behind the scenes. And they actually had a laptop and a PS4 controller that they were having us use to answer the questions. Well, needless to say, I tried answering a question I knew the answer to, and like 3 times I pressed the answer and mine didn't register. And the other guy I was with saw my answer because he didn't know it and clicked it and he beat me. I'm like, all right, well, that's it. So 3:15 in the morning, they're like, you're out of here. I'm like, okay, fine. They walk me outside. I'm like, dude, at least get me a cab. So he got me a cab to Grand Central, but I didn't know Grand Central started closing at 2:30 in the morning. I'm standing outside of Grand Central. I'm there with the guy closing up his hot dog stand and the guy laying on the street. I'm like, well, this is not good. This is really not good. I could stand here for 2.5 more hours. When Grand Central opens up, I can at least be warm and wait for the first train. Yeah, I would have been living in a fishbowl for up to 10 days. I'm like, well, my husband's like, thank God you didn't make it. But anyway, he probably would have preferred I made it because I call him up. I'm like, honey? He's like asleep. He's like, what? I said, I'm standing outside Grand Central. He's like, oh my God. I said, Grand Central's closed. I said, I can get the subway to the Bronx and you can pick me up there. He's like, no, do not get on the subway at 3:15 in the morning. He drove into the city and picked me up. My husband is a saint. Needless to say, he's not excited about me trying for any more game shows. I would have taken the subway to the Bronx. It's 3:15 in the morning. There's either going to be nobody on there or bad people. You got a 50-50 shot. I could have done it. I would have done it. I have no problem with the subway. So that was my game show almost. I almost made it. I had the answer right. My PS4 controller didn't work. Anyway, so I'm not trying out for any more game shows, but yeah. I actually know the brother of that guy that did really well on Jeopardy. If you know what I'm talking about, that recent guy, he's so funny, and his brother is awesome. They're really great people. So he's got a new show in the works. I hope it comes through for him. But yeah, so pretty cool. Every now and then I still get casting emails, oh, come and try out for this and that. And I'm thinking, oh God, 3:15 in the morning on the street with the hot dog man and the bums. So I won't do it again unless it's a more controlled situation. Jeopardy, your mom loved it. Yeah. Yeah. He did a great job. He's a very, 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 very funny man. And his brother is great. Is a sweetheart. So, yeah, nice people. So I hope he does well. Yeah, put me off. You know what? I don't need to be on TV that badly. I just thought it would be a really cool adventure, and it sure was. It was. It was an adventure. I'll tell you. I know that I can tell you for a fact that the hot dog men clean up their trucks around 3:15 in the morning. I can tell you that. See, I learned something. And it killed me. The question that they asked me that I know I got right and it wouldn't answer was, what's the capital of Connecticut? I'm like, seriously. Oh, it haunts me. It haunts me. Who wants to be a millionaire? No, not if I get put out on the street all the way downtown at 3:15 in the morning. No, it's not worth it. Give the money to somebody else. Seriously. I'll watch from the safety of my home. Yeah, a lot of those paranormal shows, they're scripted. A lot of them are scripted. I got some email like a month ago for some show. They were looking for people or whatever, and I was like, all right, but I never heard from them or anything. They want young people, and I get that. It's okay. It's okay. We all have different meanings to different parts of our lives, and I'm older and I get it, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I'm still having a good time. Doesn't matter. I'm going to be 60 in a couple of years. So what? It's a number, right? They take videos from YouTube. Oh, yeah? Wow. Have you seen any that you recognize? What's it called, Sandy? I'd love to check it out. They take videos from YouTube. Oh, okay. All right. So it's probably going to be, oh, man. I know there's a couple of people I don't want to turn it on and see. And I know there won't be any of my videos, so I know, I would ask. If you think of it, let me know because I would love to know. I'd love to. Is it on cable or network or is it on like Netflix or Amazon Prime or something? I'd love to know. So, if you think of it, um, let me know. I definitely take time out of watching my cat videos. Oh, there's a channel I really love, you guys. If you guys like cats, who doesn't like cats? Well, my husband doesn't like cats, but who doesn't like cats? Simon's Cat. You have to check out Simon's Cat because he's this artist and he does. I mean, he obviously owns cats, and it is so good. Thank you, Sandy. I love Simon's Cat. You got to check it out. He's British. He's hilarious. He draws great. He animates, and the sounds. Oh, it's just they're the greatest cartoons. So definitely check out Simon's Cat. So awesome. I would have a cat. I would have a cat if my husband wasn't allergic. I think they're great pets. They're very independent, and I would. Peter Parker isn't a cat. Yes, I've seen the pictures and the videos of Peter Parker. Peter Parker is absolutely Spider-Man in disguise. He's so cute. He's so cute. My son and his future wife live here right now, and they have a black cat. And ooh, he gets into everything, and I think it's adorable. He drives my husband crazy. Peter Parker is great. He's great. He's a great kitty. I love him. He's so cute. So cute. I have a dog. I have a 13-year-old Yorkie, but he's big. He's sort of like a standard Yorkie. He's a mutant. We don't know. He's healthy. Who cares? But I would have a cat. Like if it was my choice, I'd have a cat. They're easy, but they're good company. It's called, I'm going to check it out. Oh, Lordy. Yeah, that's not good. When they climb the curtains, when a cat climbs the curtains, that's really not good. Paranormal caught on camera. Oh, that's cool. Let me make a note of that so I don't forget. Because paranormal caught on camera. And you said it's on the Travel Channel. Okay. Okay, so paranormal. Well, if I could spell, that'd be great. Caught on camera and travel. I'm gonna check it out. It's the same channel Ghost Adventures is on, isn't it? That's cool. Wednesdays at 10. Okay, I'll check it out. I'll Google it. Okay, let's see. Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Maybe. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, those are great channels. But booties. It's funny how animals don't like booties. I don't know what it is. Good luck. You'll have to have little booties with a strap that goes over his shoulders and over his haunch, and a strap in between. Otherwise, those booties aren't gonna last long. I know. I've tried to put hats on my dog. It's like, whoosh, gone. Just, I don't understand it. Why can't they understand clothes? It's a simple concept. Don't give me that small animal brain excuse. Put the booties on. It's cold out. My dog goes out. It's a foot of snow. I say, hurry. It's cold. He runs out and then he's out there going, "Arr!" And I have to go save him. I'm like, cold feet, fast. No. Really furry body, itty bitty brain. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Operation Blue Book. I don't know that one. Oh no, that's not right. Oh, my son's cat is so funny. They have a laundry basket that's about 3 feet tall and it's wicker. And for some reason, I don't understand it. There's a little window in one side. The cat runs away from you, right in the window, right into the laundry basket. I'm like, what are you doing? I know where you are. You're in the laundry basket. You go in places. We buy the whole what is it? It's a big old package of water bottles from Costco. And they have all the plastic wrap on them. And you take out a couple of bottles, and there's like a little bit of a void and some bottles. This cat's like this big. You hear crawls in. You look in their water bottles, cat inside the plastic. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Crazy beast. Crazy beast. Yep, in and out that window, right? He'll go in anything. That's why you have to really watch them. Like if you put clothes in the dryer, you better look first and make sure there isn't a cat in there. Crazy. They're so funny. Like you wish you get more of it on video, but it's hard to catch it. They're like, oh man, that's so funny. I wish that I had a camera mounted on my forehead permanently so I could have caught that. But I don't because that's not done. Well, maybe in some societies it is, but not here. I walk around with a camera here. Yeah. 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 You have years of fun with Peter Parker. That's awesome. My husband's allergic. We were actually talking about this earlier when he was yelling at their cat because it jumped up on the counter and was sniffing a tomato he had cut open. He wasn't happy about that. I said, "Oh, you know, cats are great." He's like, "Ah, I don't like cats." I said, "You could have a cat." He goes, "I'm allergic." I said, "You could have a bald cat, right? There's those cats with no hair on them. They're so cute. They need love too, and sweaters. They need love and sweaters and booties." How you're a cat with no hair. That's so sad. Oh my goodness gracious. Anyway. Oh, goodness sake. Well, I guess I'm going to have to go clean my house. This is so much better. Bald cat. They are, right? I don't know what kind of cat they are. I don't remember, but they definitely exist. I think you have to take really good care of them. You have to moisturize their skin. But I don't think they have any dander. Hello, Mrs. April. Hi, Mrs. TJ. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. We're just hanging out, talking about cats in New York and Scotland and all kinds of things. How are you today? Oh, what are they called? Let me see, Julie. Let me look it up. Wait a minute. They have a specific name. They're obviously a specific breed, but I'm just gonna bald cat. Do, 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 do. Oh, look! Oh, he's so cute. The Sphinx. I thought it was something to do with Egypt. The Sphinx cat, breed of cat known for its lack of coat. Oh, they actually created him through selective breeding. Says skin feels like chamois. Whiskers may be present. Aww. Oh, wow. Despite the lack of fur, Sphinx is not a hypoallergenic cat. Holy moly. Holy moly. So he still has dander. So we couldn't even have a bald cat. Well, that's the way it goes. Wow, that's so funny. I'll have to read up some more on that. I don't fully understand the whole cat dander thing. So obviously it's not from the fur. Interesting. I know. It's not. See, we all learned something. See, you came to my stream today and you thought you wouldn't learn something, but you have learned that bald cats are not hypoallergenic and they still need sweaters and booties. No bald cat. Bambino or Domsky are the same. What's that? Are those kinds of poor baby? I know. I don't know. Are those types of cats? Mrs. Smith, we're doing well. How are you guys doing? Bald. They're more, oh, okay, more bald cats. Okay. And yet they're not hypoallergenic. We're doing great. We're just hanging out, chatting. We were talking about some of my paranormal equipment earlier, and now we're just talking about whatever we can think of. And spending the time on this Sunday. Let me see if it's still foggy out. No, the fog is lifted. So now we're just waiting for the 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Yippee. Well, our generator is gassed up. So we're ready because, the wind blows and we lose power here. So we're at the end of the line, as it were. So, whatever. I can do something other than be on the internet. Oh, no, I can't go on the internet. No, I can actually do something. Maybe I can get back to that book I'm writing. Oh, Lord, one day I'm going to finish the book I'm writing. I'm telling you all right now, I'm going to finish this book. I have the generator. Oh, the birds are fighting with each other. The generator is one of the best items we have ever purchased for our home. I'm good. We discussed to make me and my wife. Oh, is that TJ? I didn't know whether it was TJ or the Mrs. So is it TJ or is it Mrs. TJ? And thanks for coming by, whichever one of you it is. That's nice that you have a channel together. Just people will wonder who's there, if it's you or your wife. But glad to have you here. Thank you. I appreciate it. I hopefully will. Hey, Redman, how are you? Hopefully, we'll be doing doing another ghost box session this week. And when the weather lets up, I have a whole list of places to go to. And I think that my daughter is going to be helping me. She's going to be joining me. So I'll have a little team again, and that'll be nice. So, hi, Ozark. Thanks for coming by. Happy Sunday. We're just hanging out. So, yep, hopefully we'll be doing that soon. This weather's got to break soon. Just hopefully the rain stops. It's not been that bad a winter, but we have had so much rain that we're like floating. I don't want any more rain. I want some warm weather, spring, so that I can go do my cemetery visits. I also am supposed to still do this haunted mechanics garage that a friend of ours owns. So hopefully I'll be doing that this spring too. I'm looking forward to that. Got a lot of things planned. I was hoping Dr. Ray would come in. I don't know what he's up to. He's probably out in a boot. But, I said he and I are going to go to Gettysburg. And he was going to try to arrange something in Michigan. So if he does that, I'm going out there. So I'm waiting to hear about that. So what do you guys all have planned for the rest of the day? What are you all up to the rest of today? I'm going to go through all my stuff, and I'm going to try to figure out how to shut the alarm off on this radio. So crazy. Wait a minute. Hang on a second. Alarm off. Oh, there. So, why did the alarm go off again? There is an alarm off button. All right, maybe if I lock it. Let me try locking it. I'm going to lock it. This is my Beazle. Well, Ray, he calls his Beazle box. His box called itself the Beazle box. So I don't have a name for mine yet. So. There. Hopefully that will stop. When I first bought You clean the roller in your vacuum. I hate doing that. That's like cleaning your hairbrush, when you take your comb and you're like, "Oh my god, how am I not bald?" When I bought a couple of my first, of these radios, the 2125s, they often come with an alarm set to go off, and I don't know why. So, I'm not home one day, and I bought one, and I had hacked it, and I thought I had shut off the alarm and everything, and it's put away. My daughter's home alone, and she's 26 years old now. She's about 25 years old. She starts texting me. She's like, "I hear a noise. I don't know what this noise is. It's like priests chanting." Like, "Okay. Well, why don't you go toward the noise and try to figure out what it was?" And turns out one of these radios had turned itself on, and it just happened to be on a station where they were doing this chanting, kind of like Monty Python, that monk priest kind of chanting thing. She was totally freaked out. She's like, "Why is this happening?" And it happened a second time, another time. She's like, "What? Why is this happening to me? Why?" So I don't know. I don't know. So thank you, Red Man. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate you guys come by hanging out with me. I was looking forward to doing this, and you have a sore throat. Oh no, you have to rest, let your body fight it, Julie. Don't overdo. Don't overdo. If you have a sore throat or a cold or something, drink water, eat something, rest. Seriously, because otherwise it hangs on for a long time and you want to feel better, you know. What's the weather like where you are, Julie? Is it nice? I bet it's beautiful in Northern California. Yeah. I'm so looking forward to spring and summer, you guys. I'm so looking forward to it. Hello, Irish train guy. How are you? Thanks for coming by. Happy Sunday. Yeah. Yeah, that's what happens with the vacuums. Cold and yucky? Yeah. Wow. Well, what is this, like whole country cold and yucky today? I guess it's just it's that time of year, You know, it's that time of year, it's that month, and then next month comes in like a lion, goes out like a lamb, right? Are you a rail fan? Is that what they call them? Rail fans? I watched a whole lot of those videos for a while. Very cool, actually. There's some train live streams too. You keep checking back and keep checking back, and every now and then you check back, and here comes the train, and it's actually really, really cool. Really, really cool. Yeah, it's very cool. So, yeah, they got live cams by train crossings and crazy places. Like there's one, I was in Pennsylvania where the train is like coming along the side of a mountain. So you keep checking and keep checking and keep checking, and then it's like, oh, there it is. And you just sit there and you're mesmerized. You watch all these freight cars go by. It's very, very, very cool. You guys want to check it out. It's very cool. There's a lot of rail fan channels on YouTube, and you'd be surprised how relaxing it is. It's some of them are very impressive. Anyway, very cool stuff. You find so much stuff on YouTube. I love it. Anything you can think of, you can find it. They're very, I love riding on trains. I love riding on trains, and I have friends that take long trips on trains, and I really want to I haven't done that in a long time. In fact, I mean, I take the train into the city now and then, and I enjoy that. But the last time I took a real train trip was that time I went to Finland, and we took the train from Helsinki to Leningrad. Okay. Yep, definitely will. I will definitely do that, Irish train guy. Absolutely. Um, we took the train from Helsinki to what was Leningrad at the time, and it was like you see in Harry Potter. We were in the train station, these huge trains with the smoke coming out and the Russian words on them, and we got on it, and had all the little rooms, and it was an 8-hour train ride, and it was very cool. It was a lot cooler coming back out because I knew I was getting out of the USSR. But it was very cool. I would do it again. They pulled the tracks out of my hometown when I was 10. Wow. 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 Who's Lab, Red Man? Yeah, so I would love to take another long train trip. I think it's very cool. I think I would spend the whole time writing. In fact, I should do that. I should just take a long train trip now and then, and maybe I would get my book finished because I like writing, but I'm really looking forward to have written. It's really hard to make yourself sit down and write. It's very hard, but I'm trying. I'm not trying hard enough though. So come over to Ireland. I would love to come to Ireland. Wow. Oh, my lab behind me. Oh, my stuff. Let's see if I click off, I can see what you can see. Oh, yes, I've got everything here. Let's see. What do we got? Well, over here, we have the Blue Yeti microphone that didn't work all that well, but I have it. I'm saving it for future reference. And then let's see what else we got. Let me stand up. All right, so here we go. This is my I talked about this earlier, but this is my inexpensive drone. I haven't gotten up the courage to try it yet because I know I'm going to wreck it, but I'm going to do it as soon as the weather breaks, and I'm going to make a video about it. So look forward to that. This is a karaoke machine, you guys. I have used this in videos before as a speaker. Kind of interesting. Look for those. There's some of my earlier videos, though I haven't used it in a while. That's my Fender amp I stole from my son that I use with a noise killer pedal to do quieter sessions now and then. I like that. I like using that with the pedal. What else have I got there? That's my camera. And I have some holy water. I've had that for years though. So hopefully it's still holy. I don't know. That's a plasma light. That's an incense burner. That tall thing there. I have all my equipment all here, and then I've got my radios over here because we were talking about them, but I have to actually put them back in their carrying case. I got to clean everything up when I'm done here. But yeah, this is basically where I do my radio hacking and a lot of my videos and a lot of my ghost box sessions I'll do here. And that's Lewis. If you've watched some of my videos, you know who Lewis is. Lewis is my friend. I've tried to give Lewis a second life here by having him be with me. This is my Joby. Joby! Very handy tripod. Very handy tripod. So I'm trying to save up for a new camera. Working on that. Anyway, that's basically what you would consider my laboratory. I have other radios. My big radios are down below. You can't see them. Got all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's actually been a lot of fun doing this for these past 2 years because I've gotten all these new things I'm interested in doing now. And it's a lot of fun. It's cool. You do one thing. It's amazing. You do one thing, and the amp and the pedal. That big amp is, I have to move everything around to do that. I'll do that on my next one. I'll do my next stream. I will set up the amp and the pedal, and we'll use the ghost box, and I'll show you because I have a specific ghost box I really like to use. Hi, Jan's Life. Thank you so much. You're very sweet. On my next stream, I will bring out the 12150, which is a big radio, and it's one of my favorites, and it's the one I really like to use with the amp and the pedal. It works the best. So on my next stream, we'll just do Ghost Box, and I'll bring it out and let you hear it because it really is a good combination. And a lot of those fancy Ghost Boxes that you see, they do them in the old radio boxes, which I think is totally cool. Or the Poltercom or whatever. Basically, what's in them is an amp and a pedal and some radios. It's basically the same thing. I've just done it inexpensively. I've just stolen an amp from my son because he plays the guitar beautifully, but he has plenty of amps. He doesn't even miss this one. I didn't steal it. He knows I have it. And I bought myself a noise killer pedal off of eBay for $35. Bought some connecting cords, and basically it's not as pretty, it's not as cool, but it's the same effect. So yeah, absolutely. My next stream, that's what we'll do. We will do Ghost Box with the amp and the pedal, and I will maybe I'll try to fire up the the karaoke machine. I haven't used it in a while. It's very flashy. It's got a lot of disco lights in it. It's very cute. I like it. I actually got that idea from John Huntington. He's someone else you should check out. He's got a great channel, makes a lot of really good contact. John Huntington, he's the guy, and he had the karaoke machine. So I messaged him and I said, "Do you mind if I pick one up and try it out?" You know, so I didn't think I was like copying him or something. And he said, "No problem." So I bought one. I got it at Goodwill. God bless Goodwill, man. The amp and the pedal work great. The karaoke machine is a little different. Like I said, next time we'll try them both and we'll see. And you can compare them. Yeah, John Huntington is awesome. I mean, they love to say his name. And he's very good with, you know, cleaning up his sound and everything. And I'm not that good. I just give you what I get, you know. But he's great. He's great. So John is great. I like him. He's a great guy. He's a really nice guy. Yeah, he's here in the Northeast, and you know, maybe one day I'll get to meet him. We thought he was maybe going to come to Gettysburg last year, but he didn't make it down. But you know, one day I'd look forward to meeting him. But definitely check out his videos. He is awesome. No frills, no circ. Right, no frills. You don't need frills. It's a simple thing. You know, all my life I've had contact with spirits, and it's just been me and it. You know, and there's not been any bells and whistles, and it hasn't been highly entertaining, but it is what it is. So that's all there is to it. And that's why I'm here. And it's a simple thing, but I do love talking to everybody. I mean, this is awesome. This is great. This is like the best part of it is this, that we can chat with each other and kind of be together here and talk about something that we all find interesting, and talk about other things too. You know, like, you know, I remember back in the day, the old MySpace chat rooms. Anybody else remember the MySpace chat rooms? I do. And they were great until the script kiddies killed them. But it was great to meet people. I still have a couple of friends from those days that I'm friends with online. So yeah, a video camera, you can pick up a lot. Absolutely. I have done sessions where I have just turned on my camera, sat down in my back room where the shadow man was seen, and I've gotten EVPs because the camera microphone picked it up. So yeah, people do it with their cell phones, you guys. You can make videos with your cell phones. Just do it. If you want to do it and make videos, do it. Just take your cell phone. Cell phones are great now. Some of them are better than cameras. Their cameras are better than like cameras. So go for it. Go for it. I love watching everybody's content. I love watching people try to make content. So just do it. Yeah, MySpace. Man, I remember MySpace, my page. I had all this coding because there was two kinds of coding you used to code your page, and I had it all saved. It was like CSS and then some tables and something else. It was crazy, but it was fun, you know. So, and it was a great way to meet people. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of people. I think order of magnitude. I think he uses his phone exclusively, and he's got a whole array of videos. Okay, yeah, Julie, message me. Let me know what you have, because I'm, you know, like I'm looking at cameras. I have some information, so I did a little bit of research, and I've got 2 cameras. I know if I had this much money, I would buy this one, and I'm trying to save up the money to buy this one, because this one will be good enough, and you know, I can give you some info. So yeah, just message me, and I can give you that info if you want. But yeah, it's I have to tell you, this little webcam I bought is amazing. This Logitech is just amazing. So it's just a matter of doing the research, and you can do it, you know, inexpensively, or you can do it expensively. It's like any other undertaking, you know. So you can always do it either way, but just do it, you know, like don't put it off. Just do it. Because you'll never know if you'll be successful with something until you actually try it. That's it. You just have to try. If you fail, you try something else. Big deal. We've all failed at stuff. So and I have to keep telling myself that about my book because I keep putting off finishing my book because I think nobody will ever want to read it. Nobody will like it. It's no good. So I have to keep telling myself, finish the book. Just finish the book. It doesn't matter if no one but your mother ever reads it. Just finish the book. So I'm going to try. This year I'm going to try to finish my book. And I will let you guys know when I hit the next milestone. And Jackie, it's fiction. It is a paranormal story. It's got some humor and some, mature stuff in it. But it's basically, I call it a cross between Stepford Wives without the robots and Rosemary's Baby without the baby. So it's a scary story, but it's got some humor in it because I can't write anything without a little bit of humor in it. So even though it's going to be scary, there's humor because I believe that the best horror is broken up with bits of humor. So I am working on it. I have a full synopsis of the whole book, and it is 25% written. So I'm about 9 or 10 chapters into it, and I just have to sit down and do it, and that can be difficult when there's so much going on around you and everybody needs something and you have to go to work and you have to clean the house and make the dinner and on and on and on and on. So yeah, I'm gonna try. Darn it, I'm gonna try to finish this book this year. I actually thought about maybe making a channel and making videos about the process, but I just don't know. I just don't know if that'd be interesting to anybody. So I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know when I hit the next milestone, which will be when I finish this chapter that I'm working on. And I did a whole bunch of research for it. It's awesome. That's the best part of writing is the things you learn. Like the chapters in the book go back and forth between the past and current, the past and current. And the chapter I'm writing right now is during World War II. And the research is one of my favorite parts of it. So I learn so much. So yeah, I'll let you guys know. And when I get this chapter done, boy, I'm going to celebrate. And then I'm going to move on to the next. Anyway, well, I think we've been on. How long have we been on here? I can't even tell. It doesn't even tell me how long I've been on. So I am probably going to actually go and do something else I'm supposed to do or do something else. A friend of ours always says, I'm going to go do something even if it's wrong. I'm just going to go do something. But I really appreciate you guys coming in. This has been so awesome. Jackie, Julie, Sandy, Redman. Who else have we got here? Really, really, really appreciate you guys. Jan's Life. I don't know if TJ or Mrs. TJ are still here. Irish Train Guy, thank you so much. Ozark Mountaineer, thank you so much for coming by. Really, really appreciate it. Let's see, who else have we got here? I don't know, Citizen Z, if you're still here. Rock Cat's Life, thank you so much. Huntress, for coming in. Thank you, everybody. It's just been a great way to spend Sunday afternoon. I really appreciate it. So you guys have a great week. I'll probably have a video up again later this week, and we'll see you again next week. Enjoy, take care, and be well. Thanks so much, guys. Bye, Citizen Z. Thank you so much for coming, sweetheart. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye.